This is State Farm agent Jason Hardy coming to you today with the Junction City Dragon, Jason Hardy, State Farm Player of the Week. Congratulations to Dominique Grimes for being named the Jason Hardy State Farm Player of the Week. Dominique, congratulations. First of all, just tell me how it feels to be named Player of the Week.
It feels pretty good to be named Player of the Week. I feel like I had a very good game, but, I mean, as a team, we had a good game, and I thank the offensive line for the way I had a good game.
All right, excellent. Love to hear you calling out the teammates, man. That's good stuff. Good stuff. But let's talk a little bit about what you got done against Falk. You had 7 carries for 171 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 receptions for 108 yards, and a touchdown. Found the end zone 5 times, 2 different ways. Man, talk to me a little bit about that and playing in a little bit of different position, different style for you this game.
So I kind of got used to it in practice, but going back to earlier that day, I was joking around with Coach Boss, and I was gonna have 500 yards of scrimmage at the pep rally, and then come out to do that was pretty shocking. Really, I had 3 touchdowns in the first half. I think, yeah, and after that, it was just up from there.
Right.
Yeah. I also had an interception and 3 tackles in the first half, too.
Oh, man, wow. Okay, so on top of all the offense, you had an interception on the defensive side of the ball. Man, what did you drive the bus? I mean, what else did you do? I mean, come on, man.
He was offensive coordinator.
That's great, man. That's great. Tremendous performance. Talk to me a little bit. You said you prepared for it during the week. What facilitated the move to some of the carries to the running back position for you?
Our quarterback got injured the week before.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And we had a guy step up, and we didn't want to throw him in the fire too much.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you did some direct snaps then.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Okay. Tell me a little bit about that. Was that your first time to take snaps from quarterback position?
Yes, sir.
How'd it feel? Tell me about it.
It felt pretty good. I was wishing I could have threw one, though. A throwing touchdown would have been good, but...
So you wanted Coach calling a pass play for you?
Yeah.
Not for a receiver, but for you to throw one.
Yeah, for me to throw one. That would have been good.
I can't believe you didn't do it, man. I mean, you did everything else. That's great, man. That's fantastic. So, big win over Falk. Conference game. Conference has started. Prescott coming to your place.
Yes, sir.
This one feels big. Does this feel big to the team, or do y'all feel that, or is it just what? Tell me a little bit about that.
We know this is a big game, and having a good practice yesterday, starting it off, was pretty good. So we know how big this game is to us and everybody that's going to be coming to watch. So yeah, we're preparing very hard for it.
All right, love to hear it. So maybe you get some pass plays this week. Maybe you get to throw one a little bit.
No, I don't want to throw one this week.
You don't want to throw one this
week? Not
week?
this week.
Well, okay, but fair to say, I mean, let's put ourselves in Prescott's shoes. They're watching film of last week's game. You got to think you're going to have a target on you, man.
Yes, sir.
Tell me a little bit about that mindset. Getting ready, knowing that, I mean, hey, if they're watching last week's film at all, and you know they are, they're looking out for Dominique Grimes, right? They're, hey,
yes,
let's make sure we know where this kid's lined up, whether he's at quarterback, whether he's at wide receiver, whether he's in the backfield. So how does that feel, and how does that change your preparation a little bit, knowing that there's a target on you?
So to be honest, I've been kind of like dealing with double teams since the first half of week 0 against Harmony Grove. But, I mean, this one's going to be a little tougher, but I feel like I get through it. I mean, team's been preparing for me. They barely kick me the ball now on kickoff return. They always bring another safety to my side when I'm on the single side. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to do the best of my ability to get the ball and get the rest of my teammates open with drawing a couple people towards me.
All right. All right. I'm going to get Coach Ball to jump in here a little bit. Coach, let me, from the coach's standpoint, you know as well as anyone, Prescott's going to be looking at that film and seeing that. What do you do to help your players when you know you're going to have somebody that they're focused on, that they're looking at like that?
Our approach is going to be to take advantage of the free publicity, and in that, I mean, if we're going to let you think what you see is reality from the past, and we're going to give you a present that day, and with us knowing what we're doing, if we're doing our job properly, we're self-scouting. We know what we're laying out for you, so it's our job to be able to give you the 80% of that that's gonna be impactful, and that 20% that's going to be the counterpunch. With that said, we've got different means and ways to prepare our kids for those things with our film studies, just from sitting down and talking like we're doing now, just making a big picture for them, and then the little things become applied through practice. Prescott's dangerous. They've won the conference for the last 4 years. They're one of the more powerful, one of the larger 3A schools. And the coach class does an incredible job with his guys, and they're very similar to us in many ways. But we feel like we've got a better football team. We really do. And especially when we're talking about a guy like our player of the week here, he puts in more film time than anybody that we have outside of a few coaches. And sometimes I'm not sure if those coaches are out watching him. That's refreshing, because in that, what's happened is the domino effect, iron sharpening iron, and he's impacting his teammates. The young man stepped up, Taylor Owens, them two, they run together, they're connected at the hip, and they're brothers, obviously his brother. Our quarterback, our offensive line loves when we score, because they can get off the field and marinate over there with the juice box and and all that good stuff. But, when you're talking about, again, Prescott, and what we've done, and them watching this tape, we want them to see these things. We want them to think about it. Great offenses want you thinking. Being on the other side of that as a coordinator, there's nothing worse than guys that can get a bunch of formations with a bunch of guys and do a bunch of stuff, and that'll keep you up late. And that's what we want to do, is keep them tossing and turning.
There you go. All right, Dominique. So tell me a little bit about competing with your brother, Devontae. So now, and tell me how does that play at home?
Me and my brother been competing since we were like kids, like in football, video games, basketball. We used to watch NFL games and see who can guess how many yards another first down when we were younger. And I think Coach Ball can vouch for us, like how competitive we are at practice. He gets me going, I get him going. It's just been in us for a long time to compete. We make each other better that way.
There you go, making each other better. And that's what competition's all about, is making each other better. And you've got some competition coming to town this week in Prescott. Their history speaks for itself. And the Junction City's got some history too. Yeah. So it again, spoke a little earlier about it feels big. I think that's kind of what builds into it too. And it is kind of the history of what these teams have been and what they want to be year in, year out, right?
Yes, sir.
So how does that, how does that build into your preparation? Coach talked about your film study. Tell me, what are you looking for when you're watching film? What is that all about?
Okay, so when I'm watching film, I like to see who their weakest guy is, what kind of defense they're playing in doubles or trips or anything like that, who their best tackler is. And now that I'm playing defense, I have to see who their best receiver is, which side the quarterback likes to throw to the most, and stuff like that.
All right. Okay. Well, again, congratulations to Dominique Grimes for being named the Jason Hardy State Farm Player of the Week. And Dominique, wish you best of luck this week and the rest of the way. Coach Ball, thank you for joining us. Dominique Grimes. Thanks, guys.